Let us write the code like this. Class main class name. Class is a keyword to declare any class. Class name must be started with capital. Okay, so here class name is main. You can change your any class, any name, it doesn't mean. But whenever you want to store that total code, your file name must be matched with your class name. Okay, that is very important, huh? So class and then main is a class name. Here you want to, if you want to keep your name XYZ, any class name, but that class name, whenever you want to choose the class name, that must be you suitable name for that class. Okay, you are working with fruits and you want to keep that class name as school. Otherwise your name, my name was Vasu, but I am working inside of that class which is related with fruits, but I want to keep that class name as Vasu. So this is what somewhat irrelative means. As per your work and whatever the task you are doing, accordingly you need to keep a name for that task. Okay, so here class name is simply main, and then inside of that main method, that is very important. Okay, and inside of that, inside means you need to write inside of flower braces. Okay, main class started, and started means class and then class name braces. Inside of that method, main method would be there. Inside of main method, now whatever the class is you have imported, that is scanner class, which will be used to take user input. So for that scanner, because we our intention is, I want to use that method of scanner class to read a line of input. So that scanner has a method, that method name is next line method. If I want to use that method of your scanner class, I need to create an object. So here code is what, for which class we want to create the object. Class name first, scanner class, then object name, any name, your name, XYZ, my name, doesn't mean, any, keep any object name is equal to new keyword compulsory, and then again a scanner name, class name, again class name. Here class is name is what, scanner, so again scanner in bracket, termination with semicolon. So here scanner bracket, open bracket, close bracket, parenthesis, simply they are called. So what do you mean of this scanner brackets means, here it is a constructor. It is just like a special method in the previous classes we have studied. So that scanner will be used here. It will expect some input like a parameter. Okay, constructor is nothing but it is like a method. Method means just like it is also a function. That's why whenever we have kept brackets as suffix to any word. Suffix, prefix means which will come before, suffix means which will come after. Here after scanner class name brackets, inside of this, if you it expects some input. Okay, here we use system.in. System.in is what, this will be used to take user input. Simply we are specifying that input to be taken from the keyboard. System.in means, inside of this system.in, in the place of this, if I have written a string, so string, scanner class will read the string input. Whatever the string you have written, that string will be read. System.in means input from the keyboard. You read the input from the keyboard. If I have written from a new file, in brackets, somewhat file name, so take the input from the file. So next means object is created. Here my object name is anything, you can write yourself object name. Then after string username. String username, why? Because whatever the user input you are feeding, you are typing, that will be read by this system.in, and that is to be stored in a variable. Otherwise, no, every you will type, and that will be read by system.in, which is kept inside of scanner constructor. So now that input, whatever you are typing, that is to be stored in a variable. So create a variable, any variable name. That must be string variable. Because if string variable, why? Because you type, because your input is, what is your name? Prompt is what? Here prompt means it is asking the user what is your name. So you write, you feed your name. Here prompt is what? What is your name? Prompt. It is asking. So you will enter your name. So your name will be string. So create a string username. Username means the prompt will be what is your name. So as per that, what is your name, I want to create a variable. That variable is username, and that line to be terminated, as I told you that every statement in the Java that must be terminated semicolon. Next, come to the point word. Now let us come to the prompt. So we need to send a prompt for the user that will be displayed in front of the user. Now user reads that, please enter your name. So he reads that, he will enter his name. So to display that, please enter your name, we will use that statement system.out.println. So that println statement, I told you that it will take the whatever the string you pass to the println method, so that will be displayed on the screen. So system.out.println, println is a method. Simply I told you that println. So within that, if you have kept a string, so that string will be displayed on the screen. So enter username. So what happened now? This username, whatever user feeds, that line statement, one line, that is to be written by a method of scanner class. That is called as next line method. That is the default, that is what predefined method, which is part of your scanner class, that will be used to read the input. Okay, single line input. So I told you that if you want to use any method of any class, we need to use that object which is created before. So object was, what was the object created? The syntax I told you that how to create an object. Simple. First class name, then object name is equal to new keyword compulsory, then class name again, and brackets, semicolon. Inside of the brackets means parenthesis. You need to write system.in. Means we are telling that we are guiding that you take the input from the keyboard. Okay, keyboard input system.in. Okay, now next word code, username is equal to my object dot next line. So next line is a method which is part of your scanner class. Okay, scanner class is part of a package, utility package. Now I'm using next line method of scanner class with the help of the object created. Here object name my obj. You can keep your name. My name is Vasu. I can keep my name XY. Any name of for object, any name you can use. Okay. Now, so that moment what happened? Whenever you have prompt is in front of you, enter username, then whatever the name you feed, that will be stored in this variable created username as a string, and that will be displayed whenever you have requested to display with the command system.out.println. Println is a method which will be used to display the result on the screen, and ln means